Back on the job, timber frame job. Got an eighth with us. Busy, we're loading up. I've had a meeting this morning, going through a few things. Like I said, it's my first timber frame this, but I'm going to absolutely smash it. 100% going to do a mint job. So we've been going through this morning with our heights for the windows, because we're working, everything needs work down over. So we've just been going around, putting all of our heights on. I'll go around, I'll show you that in a second. Not long finished setting up the profiles. I'll show you the setup we've got on them as well, and I'll show you some of the issues which I've quickly found in timber frame, and I'm going to show you how we're going to get over it. This is number one issue. This is going to be left to last. Go around to the main point, which is the big window on the side of the house there. So this big window up here, this is where we're coming down from. We've got a stringer course up here, it's 150, so it works gauge. Been going around just checking what our sizes are. So we got 625 from bottom of that sill, bottom of the sill to the top of this window. Now we need to leave 10 mil under the sill up there, and we need to leave 10 mil above the head of the window, which leaves 605. So it's 5 mil high. That's not really spoiling. We can just get that. It works gauge, so that's great. And then these windows, these are a 1200 window, 1200. So this works brickwork gauge. From the sill, we want 10 mil from the bottom of the sill to here. From there down to our blockwork, we've got 1050. So we need to pick up nothing. We need to pick up, we need to squash down nothing at all. So we've got this set here. So we know now, on our first corner here, we can just mark this profile up, 75mm gauge, same on the other side, 75mm gauge, run this through and know that that is going to work. These windows here, so we just went round, been marking, it's 1050 from there to there. Do have an issue here. We need to pick up 10mm in here. Go over to this side now, you do the same measurement, 1050 down, 10mm on the side of sill, down 1050 is 0. Which means there's a hump in that middle bit. So what we're going to have to do is just go gauge on that corner, gauge on this corner, and then run it through at that. And then when we get to the underside of the sill, we're just going to have to do what we need to do to get that right. So this is picking up 10mm. So what it's going to be is, instead of being here, finished brickwork, we're going to be somewhere down here, and that is the only way that we can do this, because you can't have that hump there. We've also got down on the door here, this doesn't work brickwork gauge either. So we've got 180 there, so you've got 180 on the door down over. We need to get 2 cores of bricks in there, that's 150. But 180 minus the 10mm is 170, so we can't get that in 2 course with 20mm. Or could bump it right up, but we cannot bump it up because that would alter the other corners. It would alter this corner there, and it would alter that corner there, which would then affect our sill height there. So, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, underneath the sill is going to have a soldier course. So soldier, 2 halves, a soldier, 2 halves, and so on. We've got them soldiers under all of the windows and on the tops. So we've decided now the tops of the openings are going to have soldiers in as well. What we're going to do here, we're just going to put a cut soldier course across the bottom. It's not going to be seen anyway because there is going to be a ramp coming up to that door there. That's how we're going to overcome that problem there. Then we've got this big garage door here. I don't even know if you can hear it, lads using a chainsaw over there, but we got this. This is the garage door, this is the steel. So we've had this is how we've worked it out. We have to build this gauge here to the 1050 for the sill height. Yeah, because this corner is going to be built up to get to the underside of sill there, which means we have to bring it round here. And that's that mark there. So from that mark to the bottom side of the steel, we got 17 course to fit in here, which means we need to pick up 2mm. Whatever that measurement was, I can't remember now. It's 1310 or something. We need to pick up 2mm, so we've got 77mm gauge from here. So we go normal brickwork gauge up to the sill height from over there, and then from there we change to 75mm, which is going to take us to underside of the steel. The steel is 10mm. We'll have the bed there on the brickwork here, and we'll come across the steel. Come across, no bed on the steel, which you would normally do anyway. You just put your cross joints on your perps, and that's it. You can see, done the same working out for here, and it works about the same. We've got like 25mm to pick up here, whereas the other side is 35mm. So the gauge is going to be a little bit less here. So that's what we've been doing anyway, all of the way around the plot, working out how to reach our set height. But once we do reach our set heights, which are the main ones, the sill, all of these windows are 1200, so that works gauge, and then the rest of that brickwork up the top and the 150 stone stringer course, that all works gauge as well. So in all, the frame it's pretty good. Like, it's a really nice one to get onto for the first for my first timber frame job. So quickly show you the setup that I'm using, because a lot of people ask, and we are using a lot of new stuff. I haven't got most of it. Well, I do have most of it here, but I've got some new stuff which is coming in the post very soon. Young Harvey from Sets Tools, he's fixing them up with some profiles. George from BT is fixing them up with a load of good gear here. So I'm going to show you what we're using. Yeah, so this is set up here. You can see I'm set back 10mm off the blockwork, and also 10mm off the blockwork this way. And the reason for that is when it's being set out, they've taken the cavity from the blockwork here, the face here, which is right, but when you look up here, you can see got the timber frame there. We've got the 80mm ply or something, and that's the size we should have been taken off there. But it's not to spoil. Just move the lines. We can hang it over a bit. You can see it's not very much. Yeah, we've got it clamped in. Just use a big block clamp the bottom of the profile, pack it off if you need to, and then we've got these bad boys, and I love these. These are BT Engineering dory blocks, but I've got the long-sided one here. You see it sticks past the profile, but not on that side there. So reason for that is when you're late, you just come up, you kind of go past the profile with a brick, and it can't snag the line. So I'm using these on both this profile and the other end, and I'll show you what I'm using on that end. Just normal dory block. It's really good. It keeps the line off the profile. It just comes along, wraps around the dory block, wrap it around there, back up, and then around this little pin, flat down the other end. Up the top, we're using top clamps, so just knock these up ourselves, and they just get fixed into the frame. See where the studs are here? So just screwed in to this to the timber frame. So what we do for that as well, you need to get it set up down the bottom and make sure this is plumb. Make sure your profile is plumb before screwing the top clamp in. And that's going to be the top clamp. It's going to be up here. This will be plumb. Then fix it in with screws. Yeah, so we're just using an F clamp there to clamp profile to the top clamp, and that keeps that in place really nice. So exactly the same setup down on the other corner there. I'll show you the internal corners. So that goes down to the internal corner there, and the same around there goes down to an internal corner there too. So this is the setup for the internal corner down here. So the line running from the corner over there comes down to here. That's the other corner. Line comes around to the dory block. So these are just the normal dory blocks, both flush with the profile. Same thing again, top clamp, fix the timber frame, and F clamp across onto the profile. And you see there's only one stud here, and I've got fixed in here. So the behind here is 18mm ply, and however thick the insulation is, 100mm insulation, and then there's a 20mm service gap behind all of that. So we've fixed through here, and we're safe doing that without hitting anything. So yeah, top clamp, F clamped over to the profile, shoot it down and get to the bottom. You got 10mm again, both sides, and instead of using a clamp, because we can't use a clamp here, it's internal corner, we are using a T-clamp. And again, George, BT Engineering's fixed up with these, just T-clamp it over. Your line comes down around the pin, wrap it around there, and that's it, easy as that. There's a little thing on the side, just nip it up when you've lifted it up, and once the gauge is marked on, just moves up effortlessly. So yeah, that's the setup that we're using, and I think it's absolutely class. Like, it's so fast to even just set up, and we've got access to lots of bricks, maybe 2,500 bricks or something like that. We don't need to build any corners. That was about it anyway, just telling you about the job, what we've been going through this morning, and the setup that we're using. So now Nate's got enough around there loaded up, just going to quickly knock a small mix up because it is getting on in the day now. Do expect the first couple of days to be pretty much a write-off anyway, just while you get your head around the job, you get into the job and all of that. So yeah, we've done that, we know the job inside out now, which is going to make my job so much easier to execute. Going to absolutely execute it, smash it. It's a really nice job, and I'm really excited to get going on it. Like I say, first time doing timber frame, so it's something new for me. Another skill, if you like, on that my belt. Just going to hide in here a sec. Yeah, so another bow to the string, as they say. I'll quickly show you these ties before I go. So these are the wall ties. This is it. So if that's your brick course or your tie course, that goes where your marks are, and you just nail it in. So it just stays like that. I want to get this phone away. I'm going to get cracking for now. Drop it in the comments what you reckon. I'll see if I can get some drone footage if it's not too windy. I'll give you a little look around. But yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so that is it for today. Didn't really get that much done, but to be honest, we didn't get started until after 1 o'clock. I think we've got about 200 bricks down. So that's it. We got 3 course down. Right around there, we just tailed that out, about 12 bricks. 3 course throughout the wall. We've got these straps as well. I'll tell you what these straps are in a sec. So yeah, 3 course. Right round to there. So I'm just here by myself, me and Nath, and it's quite a long stretch. I think it's like 70 odd bricks or something in a course right round, including the rack backs. So I think tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stay on this corner, 3 spot boards, take it up to the window, return it round to this window, and then probably somewhere here that'll be the rack back down there. So I'm just going to concentrate on that. Go over to that next corner. There's about 260 bricks in there, 260 in there. That's what we're going to do, concentrate on them, and then we're going to have this little stretch through the middle to run in afterwards. So yeah, you got these straps, got them every 1 meter centers, put one on the ends as well. Your first course there, we've got our first course of brick, that's on damp. So you got the damp bedded down, so you see we've got a bed of muck under the damp. Yeah, the damp gets pulled along, laid on the muck. Yeah, then 2 course of bricks went down, then the straps got fixed in place. I'm not sure how many fixings you're supposed to put in, but we just put four holes, so we'll put 4 fixings in there, and that gets bedded into the combo. 2 course, then your straps, course over the straps, and then we have the damp again and the wee poles to go on top of that. Learning lessons today, with some more alterations which I had to do. It is what it is. I think we've done all right considering the time, getting our head around everything and that this morning. It's been good. There's a few bits like the wind's taken off the fire bag, so as we come up tomorrow we need to fix that back onto there. Yeah, and we've just left out the cut soldiers underneath these windows there. But yeah, it looks really good. I'm not even going to bother trying to show you the quality of the work, because you can see the light's just absolutely terrible. I'll wait till tomorrow and I'll show you all then. For now, I'm going because it's absolutely freezing.